So emotional eating impacts you physically, but not just with weight gain. So let's dive in. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist specializing in emotional eating. And I wanted to talk about this because I think when we emotionally eat, we think we have to control food in our body because, of course, we gained weight, we ate too much, or we overate. It's going to equal a body that gained weight. It's not so linear. So emotional eating is a coping mechanism. And if I look back at my journey with emotional eating, I was the same way. I was trying to control food and my body, and a lot of my clients are that way too. But when we try all those tactics and they don't work to help us with our body or to shift this pattern, we have to look deeper. So think about it. When you emotionally eat, you're eating to soothe yourself from discomfort, distress, uncomfortable emotions. And so you're not actually physically hungry. So this impacts your body in a few ways. When we're not physically hungry, that means our body isn't prepared to digest food. It's not prepared to digest. It's not secreting, the right stomach acids, or it doesn't have the digestive enzymes ready to break down this food. So when we're emotionally eating, we're eating large amounts of food and we're not chewing properly. So there's big amounts of food in our system. It's not only that we feel stuffed to here, and we're feeling that shame and guilt and we're spiraling. It's that these large amounts of food and these chunks of food, they're not being broken down properly by our body, one. And secondly, they are damaging our digestive system. So when they're not being broken down properly, the microorganisms that live in our gut, they can start feeding on this food, creating neurotoxins. And we're damaging our gut and the lining of our gut by eating these types of foods. So later on, we're not able to absorb the nutrients that we need properly, or we have gas or bloating, and all of this is happening. And this is important because it impacts us in a few ways. Not just our digestive system, we're now damaging our digestive system, we're impacting our mood because our gut actually produces a lot of our neurotransmitters through the bacteria that live there, like serotonin. When we damage our digestive system or eating, we have large amounts of food or big pieces of food in our digestive system, the bacteria feed on it and create neurotoxins. This starts impacting our mood because the same way that the neurotransmitters get to our brain via the vagus nerve, now neurotoxins are getting there. So now we are impacting our mood. So we're going to be lethargic and tired and irritable. And that's going to make us want to go to food, and we're back in the spiral. Not only is this impacting us through our digestion and our mood, what triggered our emotional eating? It was distress, discomfort, uncomfortable emotions. And if we're putting food on top of it, we're not dealing with those emotions, which are creating a type of stress in our system. So now our body is in fight or flight mode. In this stress state, our body is turned on to have not just digestive issues and mood imbalance, but inflammation. It's going to raise our cortisol, which is our stress hormone. It's going to impact our body in terms of weight gain, but also it paves the way for disease. So a lot of my clients have irritable bowel syndrome. They have digestive issues, but they also have diabetes and other inflammatory conditions. So all of this is happening through your emotional eating. And if we keep chasing the food and controlling our body, we're not going to get to the root of our emotional eating, which is about something deeper. How do we start meeting our needs to resolve those uncomfortable emotions, that distress and discomfort? Because once we get to that root and we start giving ourselves what we actually need versus going to food and start creating a healthy relationship to food and our body, this is going to resolve the pattern and shift our body from fight or flight mode to rest and digest mode. In rest and digest mode, we have better moods, we have better digestion, we're going to reduce inflammation, release weight, but we're naturally going to feel calmer, at peace, and confident here. So everything we've been looking for is on the other side of this. And so when we're able to see that emotional eating is not just about, the weight, there are other issues attached to it, and we shift our body, we're going to be able to reduce those physical symptoms. It's not that we have digestive issues and we do a gut healing protocol, or we, have inflammation, so we take anti-inflammatories. it's about so much more. We're needing to shift the nervous system at a deep level, get to the root of what's triggering all of these things. Yes, we can support our digestion. Yes, we can support, these conditions. And I help clients support these physical symptoms as we're doing the deeper work, because that's going to give you the real shift of this pattern. This is so important to understand. And this is why I don't focus on weight loss with my clients, because it's a byproduct of emotional eating. We need to get into the root. So once we're able to shift this pattern, get into the root, start meeting our true needs, start, noticing when we're truly hungry from emotionally hungry, start nourishing our body, start supporting our digestion and all these different factors, that's what gives sustainable change. And so if you want to get started on this journey, the first step I recommend to clients really is to start discerning true from emotional hunger. It's about getting into the root of this pattern. So I have a free guide called What Are You Truly Hungry For? You can start learning to discern true from emotional hunger and catching your triggers. This is going to help you see the pattern. And if you want to dive in deeper and resolve it at the root, then I'd like to invite you to find out more about my Emotional Eating Evolution program. This is a 12-week container where you have the step-by-step process, the guidance, the coaching, the one-to-one support and in-depth tools to actually get to the root of this pattern and shift it at a root level. So if you want to find out more about that program, you can find out more at the links below. But essentially what we're doing here is getting to ease, peace, and confidence in your body and around food in a sustainable way, so you can live your life and you're not chasing these sort of, controlling food in your body. You're getting into the root, and that's where powerful change lives. So if you have any questions about what I've shared today, please let me know. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I look forward to sharing more with you, and I hope you have a great day.